Hey everybody, it's Phoenix Fitness Flow, and I am back with another motivation for this week. So last week and previous weeks I've done the Especialito, but I wanted to change it up with the deck of cards that I mentioned, and I found them. And I have another one, but I really wanted to touch on these. And they're called Namaste Stress Less cards. There's 46 of them. And I love them because they have inspirations, but they also have activities to go along so that you can unwind, little activities that you can do to unwind at the end of the day. So these are the cards. It has it here so that you'll have your inspiration or activity here, and I will read it. So it says, lengthen your day. Sounds like a magic trick, but it's not. Center yourself in the moment. Now, widen that moment from your chest to your fingertips. Next, start to feel the moment expand from your fingertips to the borders of the room you are in. Feel time slow down as you lengthen time even more to the outside of the building you are in, to the city limits. From the city, go farther. Push time to slow until you feel like it's infinite in the moment. That's a really good activity. I'm actually going to do that after I finish this video because it's nice. But here we go. There are times we feel stressed because we feel like there isn't enough time. When we take the time to make time, time doesn't become a factor anymore. The more time we have, the less stressed we are. And this, I was reminded of this, which is great. I was looking through the deck and this one popped out because I went to my second sound bath session, thanks to my brother. He's always looking out for me. I love him very much. Whenever I'm not feeling well, he's always looking for something. And this was a good something. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I needed something in person. Because the virtual, for me, it just doesn't do anything for me. And I just needed to be in there to feel the vibrations. And in the city, he found something in the city, which is great because stomach-wise, can't travel far. So the point is, the teacher of the session, the one who did the session, she was talking afterwards. She was talking about different things, and time came up. To stress less, to de-stress. It's all about, dedicating time to yourself, with whether it's doing things like this or, dedicating a little bit of time to meditation or your spiritual practice. It can be chanting, it could be meditation, it could be praying, little things. And it's just funny because how many of us complain we don't have time? There's always something. For me, I'm either in the restroom or I'm working or I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone to de-stress my brain. That's how I de-stress, by watching cat videos and dog videos, pandas, you name it, all that funny stuff, cute stuff. I'm on looking, wrestling, all that stuff. And that means I have time. Like sitting here reading this, going to that session and her pointing it out, it's like, yeah, I have time. I have plenty of time to do that. We're scrolling and you don't realize how quickly time passes when you are scrolling. Like, oh, let me look at this, or oh, let me play this game, on mobile game or whatever. And you're realizing, oh my God, when you actually take the time to look at how, if you time yourself, holy cow, or you just look at your watch, it's like, whoa, half an hour's already, no, an hour, no, I did that the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna lay here because I was feeling a little exhausted, and the only energy I had was to scroll, and there you go, 15 minutes turned to 30 turned to an hour, and then lo and behold, 2 hours passed by, and I was still scrolling, looking at videos and whatever, and there you go. Time's wasting. And then you feel guilty, at least I do, because I'm like, well, I'm exhausted, I have no energy to do anything else, but here I wasted time doing this, when I could have been reading something else, like my yoga stuff, meditation, or praying, or whatever it is, to, just dedicating myself to the spiritual practice that I should be having in order to just make time for myself, in order to just be in the moment, in the zone, and relieve whatever stresses that I have of the day or lingering stress from the past, so that I can, eventually let that go. So we do have time. Time yourself. Something came up on my phone recently. I don't even know how it came up because I never really looked for it or touched any buttons for it to come up. At least I don't think I did. But it times me. And I was able to, I don't know how I did it, but I was able to undo that for 6 days of the week. So on Sundays now, it actually times me, and it shows on the bottom how much screen time I have had on the phone. And one thing that is each week that does pop up as well, my voice is starting to go, is it'll say you spent such and such hours on screen. It tells you too. It says Facebook how many hours, minutes, Instagram how many hours, minutes, that sort of thing. And there you go. You just look at it and you're amazed at, wow, it goes by so quickly when you're on social media. I'm amazed. So after this session, which was a great reminder, and this one too, is I'm going to definitely time myself and definitely be more cognizant when I'm scrolling. Instead of doing that, dedicate my time to sitting, just being in the moment, meditating, maybe taking the Bible that I haven't really read, taking my yoga book that I haven't really gone into, just other things that are more constructive, other things that are better for my mental and physical health. So I challenge you to time yourself. See how much time you are actually spending on social media, and take a little bit of that, take a couple of minutes out of that time and dedicate it to yourself, to your spiritual practice, to something that will de-stress or prevent stress from building up in you. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes or an hour. All you have to do is start small and continue. You can even just continue with 3 minutes a day to 5 minutes to 10 minutes, whatever you feel that you need, or that you can actually sit still and do, because sometimes we just can't sit still. It's just, it's a go, go, go mentality and a go, go, go kind of lifestyle sometimes. So if you can do that, try the 3 minutes. If you can up it up to 5, like bump up the time, then by all means. But 3 to 5 is definitely enough. Maybe even sprinkle throughout the day. In the morning, maybe before lunch or after lunch, and then before you go to sleep or something like that. These are the little breaks that will really help. And I'm going to practice what I preach, because it was a great reminder today, because I don't do that, and it's disappointing, because look at how I've gotten, like with me. Everything that I've gotten is through not dedicating the time to myself and dedicating it more to social media by scrolling. I mean, as cute as the videos are, it would have been much better to dedicate some of that time to actually just being in the zone, or even just being quiet for 3 minutes and just breathing, and that's it. I'm sure it will do wonders. So I challenge you, and let me know how it goes. And next week, I'll be back with another motivational video.